Until June of 2023, I was completely lost in my life. I wasn't going anywhere. I was just stuck at home with no real friends, with no good habits, and my future was absolutely aimless. I had no idea what to do. I had nothing to work on. And so I was just drifting away, getting dragged over where life would take me. And then, one day, I stumbled upon that one video, that one powerful self-improvement video that I know that got you into self-improvement as well, and that I know that got you to start working hard. And guess what? You did, and you passed through the filter because you defeated all the dopamine monkeys who just, started grinding in the first week, but then quit. So good job on you for that. And guess what? That wasn't me also. From that point onwards, I started to wake up at 5 a.m. I started to exercise even harder. I started to read more books. And now, after almost 2 years of day to day disciplined self improvement, and after over 1000 plus hours, before I was actually recording this video, I was counting through all the different things that I, went through when it came to studying this knowledge, like all the different books that I read, all the different podcasts that I've listened to, all the different one-on-one coachings that I took, all the courses that I watched, all the long form YouTube videos. Yeah, there's been a lot of them, and let me tell you, this is the only way that you can succeed. And it is way easier than you think it is. Actually, it is. Once you grasp this simple formula, you will understand that success is not a blessing, it is a system that anyone can achieve. The problem is, can you do it? Of course you can, since you're still watching this video and you're not like the 99% of people who have clicked off already. You're, you will know you will no longer be emotionally dependent upon the education system to succeed in this life, because you will be the one who creates the jobs and not take the job after watching this video. So listen the fuck up, because I am about to give you some deep occult knowledge that the elites have been using to trap you in the education system for their own benefit. But yeah, you'll be the one who will be using other people to their benefit, and not like in an evil way. They will be willing to do it. It is just that, yeah, you'll be profiting from them, just like a normal businessman would, and there's nothing wrong with that. So yeah, the first thing that we need to go over, and I wished I fucking knew this sooner. If I knew this sooner, I would have made all of this fucking progress in just 6 months and not in 2 years. So this can literally save you years, possibly even decades on self improvement. So listen the fuck up. You see, on a metaphysical side of things, and we're gonna tap into stuff like manifestation right now. So I know that you'll probably say stuff like, manifestation? But doesn't that sound like a voodoo doodoo bullshit, like reading tarot cards, eating crystals, or whatever? No, no, no. Manifestation is simply creating a mental activity and then bring it into your own physical world. And you see, the way that you basically create your reality, where you are already the best possible version of yourself that you can become in this life, the version of yourself that doesn't compete with its current competition, but he competes with his competition 2.0. That version of yourself that is already in such high echelons of life that he doesn't even recognize his past life that he lived like 6 months ago, every 6 months. And guess what? You can become that version of yourself right now. Let me explain. You see, we we as humans in the third dimension, we don't exist on just the physical plane. There are three planes of existence. The physical, that you're the most familiar with, since it is literally everything that your senses can perceive. And then it is also the mental world, so like your emotions, your attention, your thoughts, your beliefs that you hold about yourself, and your spirit and the spiritual realm, which is basically your connection with God, with the I am. And that is gonna come very key in the near future, so keep that in mind. You see, we as humans, when it comes to create reality creation and all of these things, all the alternate universes that already exist. So the version of yourself that has already gotten on self-improvement like 6 months ago and is making, that 10K per month, he already has the woman, he already has made all of this progress, he already exists in this physical universe. It's just that you aren't receiving, the senses, the sensory input of that version of yourself. I know this sounds pretty vague, but trust me, it makes sense. We as humans, we are like radios. Whatever frequency you output into the universe is what the universe will bring back to you, right? That's how it works. So all you need to do is just to shift internally to that new frequency so that you become that version of yourself, both mentally and spiritually, and then the physical manifestation will follow. And that physical manifestation, it doesn't matter how long it's gonna take. Because this first step already separates you from like 99.9% of every single person around the world. It will no longer be a matter of if you succeed, it will be a matter of when you will succeed. And that alone is priceless, isn't it? No matter what kind of goal, you will become it. And so here's how you do it. Your frequency is basically your mental attitude in, another wording. Basically, the collection of the thoughts that you hold about yourself, your beliefs that you hold about yourselves, the emotions that you output, your attention, your identity that you hold about yourself, and basically all of these things, also your moods, all of these mental things. And once you combine all of them together, of that version of yourself that already has the end result that you're looking for, and you will journal deeply about that person so that you can already get to know them, you know, to the best of your capabilities, like where they live, how does their wife and life look like, what car are they driving, and you imagine yourself living in that version of yourself's life from the first person, so you can see it and feel it. And then guess what? God wouldn't put an image in your head. That would be way too big for you to get. Because, so that means that everything that you can imagine is already a reality. Because before anything can exist physically, it must first exist mentally. So once you can see it, then you're already in it, on the mental and the spiritual realm. Because your spiritual I ams are the I am rich, I am love, I am I am productive, I am all of these things. And then on the mental plane, you are also aligned because you have the calmness, you have the serenity that your goals are already achieved. You already have the thoughts that you hold about yourself, so you don't overreact to the problems that you currently have. When it comes to our physical, expression of time, you think about the problems that he would have, the multi-million dollar decisions that his business will be making. Like years down the line. You understand what I'm trying to say. And then, guess what? The reason why we're doing all of this is because once you develop this inner knowing that your reality is already here, because when you can see it, then it will just materialize slowly over time. If you can just resist all the negative thoughts and, your sensory inputs trying to yell at you that you aren't it, but if you just resist and persist, then it will come to you. If you just remain in that state that you got yourself into with that visualization, it will come to you because energy is the only currency of the universe. And the strongest energy source that you have are your emotions. So if you feel calm, then you've already won. And now, what this will do to you is it will give you the right inner intuition that will guide you towards becoming that best possible version of yourself. And how will you know that that decision is right, that will get you into that desired reality? Well, whenever you make that decision, or whenever you have, more options to choose from, like for example, you have an option to go to the gym or to read a book. So you pick the option that brings you the most amount of peace. Now, yeah, sure, you can argue that both of them bring you peace, but you'll pick the one that you feel the more authentically inclined to, if that makes sense. So, yeah, that's what you must do. It's like the universe itself will literally tell you what to do. It's that simple. That's basically all it is. And if you want more information about this, manifestation stuff, then you can just watch my other videos. I won't go into great amount of detail into it, but yeah, this is how you can truly do it. And so now we're gonna get into the truly self-improvement side of the things. So now, when it comes to the actual grind, so actually putting in the work and the effort and the research, you must always remember that before you start any kind of work, before you start researching, before you start to actually work on something, you must first research to your fullest capabilities. So you don't just do one Google search when it comes to searching for books on how to make money, for example. Nah, bro, you go all out. You look through every single goddamn source that is out there. I don't care how long it takes you. I don't care if it takes you a whole month to find that one book that makes you feel the calmest and the most serenest. Because in the end, it's all gonna be worth it. Remember, God has a perfect plan for you, and since you align yourself with the right frequency of the I am, which is basically the personification of God, that's the way that He described Himself, that's the way that He named Himself in the Bible. So, yeah, He will give you the right inner intuition to guide you into that desired reality. So you have nothing to worry about. So, yeah, just research, look through all of these sources. Like you can use AI, of course, like ChatGPT, but also use Google search, look for information from books, especially that is the best source of knowledge on self-improvement that you can use. Also, courses, if you can find them for free or just buy them, one-on-one coaching. Also, hate is very important as well. You don't want to just listen to all of the positives that you know someone has on their sales page. You must also look through the hate comments and see if that person's product is something has a lot of constructive criticism or destructive negative criticism, if that makes sense. So if you know those persons hate comments doesn't just don't just come from a place of envy, like for example, oh, you're a poopy head or something like that. No, no, you must see if they come from a place of like genuine criticism, like if there's something actually wrong with their product. So yeah, that's how you do it. And then later, the way that you actually get out of the discipline loop, so that no, there's nothing wrong with being disciplined, but this one life hack will literally save you so much time. Like, of course, you'll still develop discipline like crazy with this, but the way that you will actually do it and the way that this will literally explode your productivity is just insane. You see, our human minds aren't built for thriving, they are built for surviving. So I know that whenever you start to work on anything in your life, you'll be focused on all the negatives, on all the setbacks of your self-improvement journey. But what if you just flip the switch and you instead look at all of those things that are yeah, sure, they are small, but they still are signs that you're getting somewhere. They are signs that you are starting to pick up different vibrations from that desired reality of yours. You're finally getting somewhere. And when you start to notice all of these small things, you will naturally be inclined to no longer use discipline anymore. And you will start to just genuinely want to do it. That skill. And this is where many people fuck up on their self on their self-improvement journey. They just focus on all the negatives, on all the setbacks. But if you can just flip it completely on its head and instead focus on all the small things that you can, manifest in your life in the first couple of weeks. I don't care how small it is. It can be like your bicep grows by like zero point 0.1 inches. That's still fucking something, bro. In just the first week. Holy fuck. Like that alone should give you so much. I don't want to say motivation because, yeah, well, there's good motivation and there's also bad motivation that can fuck up your dopamine receptors, but you understand what I'm trying to say. You will just naturally be so inclined into doing whatever that you want to do to succeed, that you will no longer be doing it because you have to. You will do it because you want to. And then that will just signal to the universe that, yeah, this person is already it, because the best possible version of yourself that you can become in this life. Do you really think that he still relies on discipline to get himself going? No, he just does it because he wants to. He he doesn't do it because he needs the money. He does it because he just because money is just like a side benefit. But the fulfillment that he gets from the work, that's the main that's the main benefit. And that is just like a small reward when it comes to the money. In this universe, you don't attract what you want. You attract what you are. And the way that you become that are, that makes that money, that has that woman, that has all of the benefits that you so desire, is that he places his fulfillment as a man on the first on the first step, because he can see all the wonders in his business ever since the first day when he started it, and he only saw those small signs of his desired reality already manifesting in his life because of all the effort that he put into there. Yeah, that will literally supercharge the process. So like when you're searching for that one book that will help you, start to make that money, you you'll get all the small signs of progress that you're already getting there. It's that simple. And so yeah, that's the game. This is how you break free from the system. And yeah, I suggest that you rewatch this video like 5 times, bro. I know that you're hyped, I know that you're pumped up, I know that you're ready to take action, I know that you're ready to do all of these things, but just remember, repetition is the mother of learning. So please, come back to this video like 3 more times, and then like once per month, because yeah, there's a lot of knowledge in this video, and probably a few of the things have slipped by through your mind. So yeah, and that would be a huge shame if you made a few mistakes that could have been easily prevented by rewatching this video, because this video is priceless. And if you just go on researching, manifestation, productivity, discipline, resiliency, stoicism, willpower, productivity, and all of these skills after watching this video, then please just rewatch it, because yeah, this video was a life changer. And if I had this, yeah, I'm genuinely, I'm being completely serious with you right now. I would have paid thousands to have this video 2 years ago, and you're watching it for free. But guess what? I have a product that I'm selling that is genuinely worth thousands of dollars at the minimum. But guess what? Right now, there's a special discount happening at Timeless Readers Mindsets, and that makes it worth only $49. It is a collection of 24 unbreakable mindsets that, if applied to your day-to-day life, will guarantee you success in any kind of life situation with anything. And guess what? These people, look at how much they have benefited from me, and they haven't even seen a single video from that course. Let that sink in. So, if you want to supercharge your progress on self improvement and on self mastery, which is my word for self improvement, then go ahead. I'm waiting for you with open arms. But if you need some time, then that's okay. Thank you very much for watching this video, and remember, no one is better at being you